Hello! Okay, we are live. We've got the new camera, which means I'm going to hold up a book or something so that I have to look at my little thing. The new camera allows us to show printed stuff, not in reverse. So it took a little bit of setup, but I think we got it. We look a little strange in how we're looking at things. That's why. We'll get the hang of it, but it looks like Facebook also changed the way they're doing live setup. It used to be you just live and that's it, and now it's gotten very, 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 very fancy.
The format has changed.
So many options.
So much.
So hopefully, hopefully this will work. But we are here today. We decided to go live because there is something I came across on Twitter that I wanted to discuss, and that is there's this graphic that's been going around Twitter. I don't know if it's been making its way to Facebook, but
I haven't seen it on Facebook.
Scales of a variety of different things related to gender identity and sexual orientation. And one of these scales is labeled, I'm going to hold it up and see if you can see that. I should have gotten a bigger screen for you to see. But what it says, libido/sex drive, and at it would be your left side if you're looking at it. It says asexual. Then in the middle it says standard, which is a horrible word anyway. And then at the other end it says hypersexual. And so the idea was that they're equating sex drive with asexuality, which is a misnomer. And we thought that we should talk about that a little. Do you want to comment before I go on?
Well, I thought it was interesting. I had never seen that before, so I'll jump in as you kind of describe being asexual and the libido and all of that.
Yeah, so sex drive and libido are the same thing, and being asexual isn't about sex drive. It's about attraction. So you could be just as you could be heterosexual and have a very high sex drive, a very low sex drive, or somewhere in between. You could be gay and have a high sex drive, a low sex drive, or somewhere in between. You can be asexual and have a high sex drive, a low sex drive, or somewhere in between. Because the asexuality is a sexual orientation, and it's about who or what you find sexually, you have sexual attraction to. And asexuals, there's it's a spectrum on its own. There's a variety of different kind of manifestations of asexuality, but it's just like being gay or straight. It's about who turns you on, and how you're turned on, and what has that attraction for you, which is very different than sex drive.
It's all very confusing.
You still think it's confusing?
It's a little bit confusing. I'm getting it. We talked about it over lunch, and I've been with Suzanne for 12 years, and I'm still learning. And I think the important thing is to ask questions. I mean, I'm married to an asexual, and I am, a queer trans man with a high sex drive, and we make it work. And I think the way we make it work is because we love each other very much and we communicate. And I think you really have to enter into communication, because even you as an asexual are learning new ways to explain and define who you are to other people. So for me to fully understand it it just isn't going to happen, and it's probably not going to happen to much people. You have to enter into a communication to make it work.
as a couple.
Right.
But we just thought that, I think that is a common misconception.
It is.
I mean, it has been for me. I mean, in realizing that I'm asexual.
Right.
I assumed that explained my lower sex drive, but actually those two are completely different things.
I thought that's what it was too. It was eye-opening to me.
Yeah.
When you started to discuss it, I was asking all kinds of questions, and I'm going to have to read more about it, because I didn't understand it at first. I understand it a little bit more now. But I think with everything and who we are, there's a growth and expansion of how to explain that.
Yeah, and we talked about so communication is the key. So let's say it's a heterosexual couple, it's rare that, any two people have the same level of sex drive, and they have to kind of negotiate how to make that all work. Same thing with gay couples, and same thing with a couple where at least one of them is asexual. If you've got an asexual who has a high sex drive, and you've got let's say a Declan here. No, sorry, let me reverse that. Let's say you've got an asexual with a low sex drive and a Declan. Then you communicate how to make that work. And if you've got an asexual with a high sex drive, it's probably very easy and doesn't require that much communication. It's just that the triggers for what might excite an asexual person may be a little bit different. This is something we talked about too, is that, you know, people who are heterosexual or I don't think homosexual is still a term anymore. I'm just going to use gay, or have other kinds of attractions than, you know, just seeing someone may be physically exciting to them.
Right.
But with asexuals, that's probably not going to be the case. And there could be other triggers to help them get in the mood and still make it work. But there are some asexuals who don't want to have sex at all. There's all kinds of ranges. But yeah, so today, because it's Rainbow Week, and we're talking about covering information about all the letters of the acronym, today we're talking about the A.
The A in it, you put the A in asexuality, baby.
That's what he always
That's
tells
what
me.
I always say. So make sure you include everybody this week and you talk about everybody in the community and be loving to everyone. We are inclusive, not exclusive, and communication is key.
Yep.
And go love on whoever you are with, even if it's yourself. Just go and be love. I love my asexual.
I love my queer, pan, wonderful spouse.
It was a mouthful.
It is. We're learning.
All right, you want to close us off?
Take care.
Have a great day, everybody.
Bye-bye.